This screencast is going to show our circuit breaker Opossum and some of the things that we've done to add in integration with the Hystrix metrics. Okay, so first thing we do is we add in the Opossum circuit breaker. Now we're going to give it some options here. Then we're going to define what our fallback function is going to be when it breaks. We create a new instance of our circuit breaker here. Then we say this is the fallback function we're going to use, the one that we defined up above, and then we create our new route. And here's the interesting part here. This is where we create our server-side event stream. Here we have our circuit breaker instance. There's a property called Hystrix stats, and on that property there is a get Hystrix stream method, which will give us a node output stream that we can pipe right into the response. Here we have our route, just sort of simple express routing going on here. It's called Bonjour chaining. We're going to use the circuit's fire method to call the endpoint that we have defined here. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the Hystrix stream here. So as you can see, it's very readable output, but for some of you people who are looking for something a little bit more visual, let's take a look here at the Hystrix dashboard that Netflix provides. So we'll put our URL, we'll add our stream, we'll click monitor. So now we have our stream that we're monitoring. So on the right hand side here, we actually have our Swagger docs, so we can invoke our Bonjour chaining service pretty easily. So we'll click try it out a few times and get some output here. So we're successful. In the background, which you can't see, is we have the Ola service running, which is a Spring Boot project. So I'll go and I'll stop that service, let it die for a second, and then we'll click try it out again. And as you can see, we're getting some errors, some bad requests. We're failing. We're short-circuiting. So now our circuit breaker is working as intended. So now let's go back and turn the service back on. Click try it out a couple times. It's still short-circuiting. It's still booting up. Not as fast. Doesn't come back as fast as a node application. There we go. So now it's back up. Try it out a couple more times here. We can see that we have our service back, and now we're successful, and we can see our nice graph. And there's also the latencies and the percentiles that show up as well. Here, I'll click it a whole bunch of times here, so we can get some cool output.